Hey, buddy, you need to calm down, man. Let's calm down. Take a few breaths.
Rhyker, can you relax for us?
Take some deep breaths.
If you can relax for us, we can get you moved, okay?
You have the held on better job.
I'd like to get you more comfortable, but I can't do it when he's fighting.
The video shows sheriff's deputies handcuffing Earl and pinning him down for more than 20 minutes as he struggles and repeatedly shouts for help. The family says he was given multiple shots of what appears to be sedatives.
Wait up. Guys, I'm gonna die.
Rhyker, you're not gonna die. They're trying to help. Breathe, okay?
Your leg gets loose, we're done.
Breathe. Breathe.
Rhyker, listen, we gave you some medication, all right?
Minutes go by and Earl stops pleading for his life and appears to go unconscious. His grandmother then asking the question,
We're getting there.
No. And he just needed some help for a seizure. I don't understand.
After he went limp, and they finally checked his pulse and realized there wasn't one. Me screaming at the officers, EMTs, you just killed him. You don't hear that anywhere on the footage, do you?
That is the Jasper County Sheriff's Department, and initially they released all the body camera footage from this incident, but then they took it all down. Now, why would they do that?
The good news is we still have most of the footage. Most of it. But more importantly, I think the question that everybody wants answered is, what really happened to Rhyker Earl on the night of September 8th, 2024?
That is 26-year-old Rhyker Earl. He's a father of two, and at the time of this incident, he was living with his grandmother in Dept, Indiana. Now, like many people, Rhyker has some health issues. Namely, Rhyker has epilepsy, and he has seizures on a pretty regular basis. In fact, Rhyker's family has kind of a game plan for every time that he has a seizure, which mainly consists of getting Rhyker comfortable, having a Gatorade on standby, and if need be, calling 911. And this system seemed to work pretty well for Rhyker. But then this happened.
Rhyker was spending time with family at his sister's house. Now, while there, Rhyker would unfortunately have a seizure. It seems this seizure would last more than a few minutes because his family wound up calling 911 for medical assistance.
One of the medics said they were just dealing with him a half hour ago somewhere else.
Yeah, we had earlier today. We had multiple seizures earlier.
I just was given to him a bit ago.
Hey, Drew.
Okay. Keener Township Emergency Medical Services, along with the Jasper County Sheriff's Department, responded to Rhyker's sister's house.
Once on scene, EMTs would provide medical services to Rhyker, but in the end, they didn't end up transporting him to the hospital, which isn't uncommon in seizures. Now, after this happened, Rhyker's grandmother would end up driving him back home, so Rhyker could get some of his seizure medication and also get some rest using his breathing machine.
Because he said he was taking his stuff and he took his breathing treatment, I know that.
Okay.
However, once Rhyker got back to his grandmother's house, he began seizing again, several times. Worried, his family again called 911 so the EMTs would come back. But this time, it was different. Now, just minutes after calling 911, those same two departments that showed up at Rhyker's sister's house were dispatched to Rhyker's grandmother's house, Keener Township EMS and the Jasper County Sheriff's Department. Now, once both departments arrived to Rhyker's grandmother's house, Rhyker appeared to be alert, was standing up and talking to everybody, but appeared to be a little agitated.
Somebody get up.
Don't put on the shirt. Yep. You don't want to put on the shirt. Obviously.
Guys!
I don't know if I can do this.
Hey! Nope, not gonna go.
Yep, got his legs. Got his legs. I'm on one arm behind the back.
To layperson not understanding the stages of a seizure, Rhyker would appear to be somewhat combative, but that's not actually what was happening. Rhyker was actually in what's called the post-ictal phase of his seizure. In this stage, the person isn't really aware of what's going on around them. They're often confused, sometimes delusional, and in some cases can be perceived as combative. But again, they're not consciously acting this way. They're reacting to the stimuli that they are experiencing.
Stop fighting, we can get off you. But we can't help you when you're like this, all right?
Rhyker's grandmother would again tell this information to EMS and the sheriff's department, that Rhyker has epilepsy and he's not a violent person. He's just coming out of his seizure. But unfortunately, that information fell on deaf ears, because just minutes after both departments arrived, this happened.
Hey, don't, medic, you're going to the hospital, all right? You don't, you understand? Don't. Get on the ground, put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back now!
You're all right. Rhyker. Rhyker.
Please! Please! Please!
Yep.
Please!
Instead of giving Rhyker a few minutes to calm down and come to, over half a dozen police and EMTs crowded into Rhyker's home, causing more stimuli and agitation. Now, Rhyker can be seen on body camera footage talking to one of the paramedics in his bedroom. And apparently, at one point, he allegedly put his hand on the medic. He didn't strike him. Rhyker allegedly tried to get a little space from him. But that was all that was needed for the sheriff's deputies to tackle Rhyker to the ground.
Now, as more deputies arrived, you can see Rhyker being held face down in the body-worn camera footage by about a half a dozen people, which is the absolute last thing you want to do when somebody is having a seizure. All this is going to do is cause more agitation and confusion for that person. And that's exactly what it did to Rhyker. Now remember, we said that the Jasper County Sheriff's Department would end up releasing all of the footage from the 3 deputies that were on scene at Rhyker's grandmother's house, but then took it all back down from their website. However, in the 24 minutes of body camera footage that we do have, one thing is very apparent. EMS gave Rhyker a lot of medication. Some would call it a shitload.
Just relax, Ryder. The more you relax,
Is that a second 100?
yeah. Second 200. Second 200.
Buddy, we'll get off of you as soon as you calm down, okay?
Hell at all.
We want to get off of you, but we can't.
Get off of me! Get off of me! Please! Please! We gotta get this! Help! Help!
We're helping you, buddy. We're trying to help you, okay?
Help! 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 Help!
We are your help.
Help! Help!
37 traffic. Here, you're going to get my.
Is that how low, man?
Guys!
B52.
Okay.
Because these are setting them. Hopefully this should be chilling them out here in the sun. Yeah. Set. Rhyker.
Yeah.
Guys, please!
Rhyker.
Please!
Saddle down. Settle down.
Give me that. Watch out, everybody. Hold on.
Chill, please! Chill, please! Chill, please!
See, you're slowing down. Grandma's right here.
Settle down.
Yeah, Grandma's right here. You're settling
Grandma's right here. Settle down, Rhyker.
What?
All right. All right. Strong.
Okay, isn't it?
What do you need to do without
Guys, I'm gonna die!
Rhyker, not right now. You're not going to die. There's.
Jesus!
I got him.
All right, come on,
He's still going.
He has 10%.
I know. Just give him a few minutes. Just just let him breathe through it. It's all right. All right, Rhyker. Settle down. Settle down.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Relax.
It's not shoving people. It's just.
You're gonna be all right in a second. Settle down. Settle down. Okay.
Hold on.
All right, Rhyker.
Yeah, I got his knee pretty good.
Meds kick in.
Yeah, because he's gonna wiggle right off.
Guys!
All right.
Take a break. Oh, no, not that taser again. Yeah, oh yeah, this launch off.
Guys.
It's working.
Hey, buddy, you need to calm down, man. Let's calm down. Take a few breaths.
Riker, can you relax for us?
Take some deep breaths.
If you can relax for us, we can get you moved, okay?
You have the held on better job.
I'd like to get you more comfortable, but I can't do it when you're fighting.
Hold still, Riker.
Do you want ketamine? Yes. Okay. Come on, Riker, let's take a nap. Settle down. K-train shouldn't
You gotta take a trip down the K-hole.
Yeah, I don't do that. I was trying to find the heat.
Your turn to switch it.
Riker, just settle down. Huh?
Hey.
I'm gonna give him another like minute. If he's still like this, he's getting the whole.
I would just give him the.
Yeah.
I'll go my CI.
Hey, Drew, you got that other 100?
Drew?
It should.
Drew!
Has he used anything? I mean, is it just the seizures?
Now, during all this commotion, it's hard to hear exactly all of the medications that Rhyker was administered. But from what we could find, paramedics gave injections of Benadryl, ketamine, Haldol, and Versed. Now, these were all IM injections into the muscle, which if you don't know is a little different than giving a medication in an IV. Administering medication into the muscle can take more time for it to work, meaning its effects aren't noticed right away. Now, these medications were administered at different times throughout the 24 minutes of footage that we do have. But one thing that's clearly missing in the footage while medics are giving Rhyker all these medications is monitoring of his airway, which is super important to do when you give drugs like Versed and ketamine. Some of these medications are actually used as anesthesia during surgery to help put people to sleep. I can't stress to you how important it is to monitor someone's airway when administering drugs like this. It can mean the difference between life and death. And the paramedics clearly ignored this, while at the same time administering the most amount they can give per their protocol.
Now, while Rhyker is being held down by all these people and clearly is yelling that he can't breathe,
Please! We gotta get this out! Help! Help! We're helping you, buddy. We're trying to help you, okay? Help! 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 We are your help. I think he's fine. Get off of me! Get off of me!
one of the deputies is searching his room.
Has he used anything? I mean, is it just the seizures? She said she has no idea. She has no idea if he took his meds.
Does he have a room here?
Yeah, I was just going to say, can you check the room?
Which one's his room?
In there.
Right there?
And I went through every drawer,
Okay.
everything. I even looked in the kitchen.
Sure.
And stuff.
Yeah, we just want to make sure he's not on something that's going to harm him even more.
Because the doctors have told him that, like the CBD stuff.
Sure.
For seizures. So I
Yeah.
could not find
Okay.
nothing. I want to see if there's anything in this. Because he said he was taking his stuff and he took his breathing treatment. I know that.
Okay.
I was looking to see what was in this, to see this side.
Do you know if has he ever used any other kind of narcotics or anything? He's not in any trouble. We're just making sure that.
And I don't know if he's ever done maybe marijuana.
Okay.
Would be
Yeah, that's no big deal.
right. And I really couldn't. I went through the kitchen things, everything to try to find, because I know he had the thing with his medicine all in it. I checked all over, and I can't find. He said he was taking his medicine and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I flipped the switch and it didn't turn on. So.
Because I went through everything in here. That's for his breathing. That's for his breathing.
Do you know what this stuff is?
What is what stuff?
This right here.
What is what stuff?
This right here.
Trademark? No. It says not for sale. 25. Attention physician. Each patient. This may be. He gets his medicine from Walgreens.
Okay.
I don't know. That might help you. And because I looked up. Now, see, I know that is this that he uses in his thing.
Yep. Okay.
I couldn't find other than you know, if you got a cough, medicine. What is that? Sudafed. That somebody shouldn't be taking. That will cause your blood pressure to go.
Oh yeah.
That's like for eyeglasses. But I know they were always in a white pad. Did you want that? Did you want that to take with?
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it possibly is for.
You want me to do on my phone?
I'll ask one of the medics out
they
here.
might know.
Yeah, it's no problem.
But I've gone through every drawer.
Which they do end up finding his seizure medication, by the way. Some other things that are clear in the body camera footage. Rhyker's hands are cuffed behind his back, while half a dozen people apply pressure to his back and head as he's face down. Now, a pillow is placed under Rhyker's face during this time. And I can't stress this enough. The last thing you want to do when someone is having a seizure is hold them face down, restricting their movement. Because breathing and getting enough oxygen is already an issue when having a seizure. Not to mention getting administered all these medications on top of it.
Still going. The laser? The legs? Yeah. I do not know how that is. So this is still over 2 of us. I would call and see. Okay. If they want us to give another,
sorry.
Then we have to. Could we maybe talk them out to the truck first? I don't know how we're gonna get them out there. It's like
I would give more meds.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. He's gonna start kicking it through. We're gonna drop him. He's gonna kick someone in the face. Settle down. Let me get the monitor, see if we can get some.
Now, after administering the ceiling doses of all these medications, you can actually hear the paramedics say they were going to call the emergency room to try and get orders to try and give Rhyker even more medication on top of that. But they didn't make it that far. From what I can tell, between restricting Rhyker's breathing while holding him down, coupled with the onset of all these intramuscular injections that he was administered, which seemed to take a delayed effect at the same time, Rhyker quit breathing. But the paramedics didn't notice that right away.
Alright. Did you give him medication or something?
He's got a lot of medication. Here's a heart.
Sedatives. Slow him down. Breathe. Get him in the recovery position.
Rhyker would go from agitated and loud to quiet. And if you've ever worked in an emergency setting or EMS, this is a problem. But the paramedics didn't pick up on it. You know who did? Rhyker's grandmother, who was standing across the room. She noticed that Rhyker turned blue and didn't seem to be breathing. You can actually hear Grandma on body-worn camera asking the paramedics if Rhyker has a pulse.
All right. He's out. Let's get that BVM. Let's go.
Which their response was,
We're getting there. No.
You can literally hear their audible oh shit moment when they realized that Rhyker was now in cardiac arrest. The footage ends with the deputies and EMTs running out to the ambulance to grab the equipment needed to try and save Rhyker's life.
Could you guys grab me the green bag?
Green bag?
Actually, yeah. Hurry, please. This one?
We're about 2 minutes out.
Where the fuck green bag is?
And what was the other thing? Sorry.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Anything else? Have that blue bag.
Blue bag. I grab them both. Yeah.
To our station, change order.
Can you grab our cardiac monitor? Monitor? Yeah. All right, bye.
You got it, Rosemont? Yeah.
Okay.
From the reports we read, EMS spent several minutes on scene trying to resuscitate Rhyker. Now, once Rhyker got to the hospital, he was placed on life support, but it was too late. And less than 2 days later, on September 10th, 2024, Rhyker died. Less than a month later, on November 1st, the Lake County Coroner's Office released their autopsy report, which claimed Rhyker's death was due to natural causes.
More specifically, that report stated as a result of cardiovascular disease and an enlarged heart, which they state caused the cardiac arrest. Not the fact that Rhyker was held down, restricting his breathing for over 20 minutes, and the fact that he was administered the ceiling dose of all these medications that can cause potential airway issues. That was not listed in the report. I have some issues with this report, and so does Rhyker's family. Yeah, they're now suing, and they hired one of the best lawyers in the country, Ben Crump. Now, Rhyker's family did come out to make a statement with their lawyer, stating they wanted an investigation, transparency, and release of the full body camera footage.
When they say I can't breathe and end up dying in police custody, I vow that we're going to get to the truth of what happened.
I'll regret it till the day I die that I ever called anybody, because I am sure I could have took care of him better than he was treated when they got there.
He went through torture and he just needed some help for a seizure. I don't understand, but we need change.
Rhyker's family attorney stated they have requested the full autopsy report from the coroner's office. Now, the Indiana State Police has opened an investigation into what happened that night. And as for that coroner's report, the family's lawyer plans to have it independently reviewed by a forensic pathologist. And that's where we're currently at with this case.
Let us know what you think. Does it sound like they're trying to hide something over in Jasper County?
Now, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, you are one of the real ones, and we appreciate that.
If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a like, comment below, and subscribe to our channel.
We call this millennial ball of anxiety Dark Times with Nico and Sai.
And we'll see you in the next video,
which will hopefully be next week, but I make no promises.